Shipping box, 138 pounds. Was really heavy. 2 person for take it here till my house. But we did it. McIntosh MC312 Power Amplifier for my home theater and stereo hi-fi. Let's go to do an unboxing and take a look how it is after the jump. So guys, we did it. Was hard. It's very heavy, 105 pounds. I hope tomorrow I don't have problems with my back. So as we see, the quality of the constructions is very good. So about the front panel, here we can find the power on and off or remote, where we can control the power amplifier with our receiver or preamplifier. Then we have the illuminated power meter. We can disable, just put the light off. We use this, for example, when we are watching a movie in the night and it's difficult to focus on our movie and we want to turn it off, the blue light. Then in watts, the power amplifier is in peak responding and is indicating the true output of the amplifier. And then we have an old mode where the meter are temporarily staying at high level and going down a little bit slowly. Then we have the power guard. For example, when we don't have a good ventilations, then the power guard will turn it on and the amplifier will mute till this temperature will be again good. So here is indicating if the protection circuit is on or off. That's for don't damage the power amplifier. So here we find our golded output terminals, right channel and left channel. Just rotating, you have the possibility to put directly our wiring cables or the spades, or if you have a banana plug, we can just connect it here. One of the characteristics of our McIntosh amplifier is to have in output an autoformer that provide the ideal match between our power amplifier and our speakers. So we can have 300 watt on 2 4 or 8 ohm independently from our nominal impedance of the speaker. So what we have to do is connect the black cable on minus, and then we have to go to read the specification of our speakers and look how it is the input impedance, if is it 2, 4 or 8 ohm. In my case, my DALI Rubicon 8 have an input impedance of 4 ohm, so I will just plug it here where is this 4 ohm. Balance input and unbalanced input, and we can just select it from here, which one we want to use it. And here we have the possibility to disable or enable the auto off mode. A very nice thing that we can see here is that we have an external fuse. That's a 5 ampere. So I love the details of these amplifiers. I think I never saw in one amplifier something like that. Here we can see left and right channel, a block diagram of our power amplifier, how it's working. So thanks to all these details we can understand really how the engineers and the McIntosh productions is working great for the constructions of the amplifiers. We can also see how it's really complete, the owner's manuals. Let's take a look together. If we open the owner's manuals, we can see very important informations regarding the XLR connectors that we have to use and how it's working the power control. Then we can find all the power amplifier dimensions and the installations instructions. It's very important to let at least 6 inch for our opening ventilations. It's also possible to do installations in the rack without the feet, but for do this we have to cut out an opening for the ventilation. All this information you can find it in the owner's manuals. One thing's important that I forget to say, that are present also the XLR and unbalanced output, that we can use it, for example, to connect 1 or 2 subwoofer, or using the power amplifier for B-amping configuration. In the next page we can find also the loudspeaker cable distance versus wire gauge guide. I always suggest to look this wire gauge guide because it's very important to choose the correct speaker cable. So now we can place it and doing the connections. I will use the pre-output of my receivers for left and right front speakers and connected to the input of the power amplifier, to the unbalanced input. And then we do a sound test, and after that I can give you my review. One thing that I want to show you is how the view meter it's working. It has 2 functions, one is in watt and one in volt. Let's go to see it together. I left in descriptions 2 sound tests, official sound tests that I did using my power amplifier MC312 with my Daly Rubicon 8 and my network player Cambridge Audio 851N. During all these hours that I was running this power amplifier, I noticed that it was always running with a good temperature. That's meaning that choosing the right amplifier for our speaker or choosing the right speaker for our amplifier, it's a very important choice. So let's speak now about my considerations about the sound test. That's the first time that I try a McIntosh in my room. And actually, when you try it outside, it's always a little bit different when you try it in your room, because our room acoustic is different. And that's mean what you're hearing outside can be that is not always the same where you try it in your room. I was really impressed from the low frequency of the McIntosh. The low frequencies are amazing. Actually, I used to hear a lot of R&B music, and when I hear this, sometimes I need my subwoofer because it's giving to me this low frequency that I need. But with this power amplifier, I was not having the feeling that I need a subwoofer, an extra subwoofer for my music. So if for me the low frequency are more important the high frequencies. And I noticed especially when I used to listen music with high resolutions, and I was able to hear details that I never heard before. But the best parts of this amplifier is that you can listening music for hours. You want always to push more and give more volume, and it's never tiring. McIntosh MC312, it's an update of the 302. We have more dynamic headroom, 27% more dynamic headroom, and plus we have internals upgrades of the cables and the view meters that are now LED. So the good points of this amplifier is that it's excellent with music and also with cinema movie. Then the McIntosh output autoformers that provide an ideal match between the amplifier output stage and speaker slots of 2, 4 and 8 ohm. And the autoformers also provide perfect DC protections for your speakers. A clean sound with details and never tiring. And of course, the vintage style of McIntosh. Some people say that it's a little bit expensive, but I think that we have also to look at the quality that we receive from this amplifier, plus the warranty and the support. I used to ask informations to McIntosh, so I'm living in Europe, and I brought an email to McIntosh, and they was able to answer to me in the same days. I was really impressed because actually when I send emails like that asking informations, they answer to me after days or weeks, or sometimes really they don't answer to me, but McIntosh did it in the same days. So we are at the end of the video. I hope you enjoy it. I would like to see your comments down, and please considering to subscribe to my channel to support my work, and see you next time. Thank you.